we're supposed to be honoring the nation. Please can we rise in our feet as we sing the national anthem together. Please, let's give a round of applause for her as we have our seats. Thank you. So right now, I'm going to be doing a quick introduction of the hosts that you're going to be seeing on this stage throughout the course of this event. I'll start by introducing myself. My name is Nancy Ikemefune. I'm from Delta State, a UI UX designer, and yes, a corporate event host. I would like to invite the very delectable, the very handsome Radio Dandy. Please let's give him a round of applause. Please let's give him a round of applause.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. While we all civil, good morning, everyone. Yes, it's so beautiful to have all and sundry gathered here for a very amazing event, by the way. You know, it's so amazing when we see young people gather together in a room to foster conversations that's in tune with what's going on in the world, and that's tech. If anybody at this new digital age is not tech inclined, then I think the person is making a very big mistake. So for every single person seated right here, you are so privileged and you are really, really of huge advantage being here at this event today. Please give yourselves a deserving round of applause. But Nancy, something got my attention.
What's that?
While we were, reciting national anthem, why are we all quiet?
I mean,
Reasons best known to you and I, Abby. So you guys don't know your own national anthem.
Yeah, and I know it. It was almost as if I wrote it, head to toe, top to bottom. I can recite it without looking. I don't know why you guys will not take out time to learn the nation song. Why?
So this is the assignment for today.
Yes.
Once you get home, don't sleep tonight. Start rehearsing your country's national anthem. And you won't be doing as if you are playing a football match each time you are reciting the anthem. But then it's all good. I really want to appreciate every single person right here today. And we would have introduced protocols in a bit because we have here amazing distinguished personality. One more time, my name is Dandy. I work with Fresh 105.9 FM Ibadan. I'm a broadcaster and, of course, event host. So we'll have hosts of our other colleagues join us during the course of the show because I must tell you for a fact, every single thing that I've been aligned right here on the program schedule is so amazing. And I can assure you it was critically inscribed in the program. So we have the
again this year. I want to assure you that it's going to be an even better program. A program where you're going to learn a lot, you're going to be relaxed, comfortable, network, and have a fantastic time. And for those who are just coming for the first time, we welcome you gladly from the depths of our hearts. We say a very big welcome to Ibadan Tech Expo 2024. And we hope that you have a lovely and fantastic time. Before we get right into it, I would just like us to appreciate the state government. They have been very, very key, very vital. From the inception of this program, since last year, they've been a major part of it, So please, let's just give our esteemed governor, a round of applause. Please, let's appreciate our governor and our state government. Thank you very much. Also, we implore you that for us to have a great time from start to finish, that you are also a part of this show. So when we say let's clap, we clap. When we say let's sing together, we sing. When we say let's laugh, we laugh. So we can all have an enjoyable time. Thank you.
Now, let's do something real quick. This is the second edition of the Ibadan Tech Expo. And of course, for every edition, we're getting better. And I can assure you, this year's edition too will not be an exception. The goal is to make Ibadan Tech Expo the biggest tech event in the continent of Africa. Do you think that's possible?
Yes.
Do you think it's possible?
Yes.
Now, as we speak right now, Ibadan Tech, the Tech Expo in the country is not really that much. We hashtag Ibadan Tech Expo. That's the hashtag. And, we hashtag Ibadan Tech Expo. That's the hashtag. And most importantly, please bring out your phone right now. Go to Instagram, search Ibadan Tech Expo. Please follow the page, Ibadan Tech Expo. I would love if you do that. Yeah. So Ibadan Tech Expo. For people doing that, you'll be contacted. You might get a freebie. It's courtesy of our sponsors today. So go to the page right now. You would have seen it there on Instagram, Ibadan Tech Expo. Have you done that? Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, the hashtag is Ibadan Tech Expo 2024. Ibadan Tech Expo 2024. All right. So once the loads of amazing people right here gathered, follow the page because continuously we'll be engaging on our social media platforms on events and series of things emanating from this place. Thank you.
Okay, so while we are at that, please, we would really appreciate if you can get to that. So while we're at it, I would like to welcome the convener of this beautiful gathering. It was something that started as an idea in the mind of a man, and he was hungry for results, and it pushed him to developing strategies for execution, and that is why we are here today. And so, I would appreciate if you could rise on our feet and give a round of applause. Please, let's rise on our feet. It's not easy. It's not easy to gather these amount of people, these amount of beautiful people, and hundreds of people that are still on their way, to this place to have a great time. Please, let's rise on our feet with a rousing ovation, and let's clap our hands together as we welcome the convener of Ibadan Tech Expo, Honorable Danjuma Balogun.
Please let's give him a deserving round of applause with a standing ovation. He deserves this. He's been working tirelessly to make this happen.
Please let's give him a round of applause. Please let's keep clapping till he gets here. Please, thank you, thank you.
There is no ginger in this room. When I say Ibadan, you say tech. Ibadan. Ibadan. This tech that you are saying, I will not give these laptops out to. I want to give one laptop to the loudest person in the room. When I say Ibadan, you say tech. Ibadan. Ibadan. You two want to win laptop. Why now? Before I finish my speech, if you tweet about Ibadan Tech Expo, I'm going to give a laptop out before I leave this stage. First of all, I want to say thank you, Ibadan. This is the second time that you have supported me. A round of applause for the tech community, I beg. First of all, I want to thank the Oyo State government. I want to thank all policymakers, Honorable Odidiomo in the house, Amofin Bola Adeoye, Honorable Aki Alabi, and all other honorables in the house. I want to thank all our 58 sponsors. You guys have shown us that the International Conference Center is now a kubiku for Ibadan Tech Expo. Maybe next year we'll be doing it at Adamasinga. A round of applause, please. This event has made us realize that there is no hall in the states that can actually contain us anymore. Probably the next event we'll be doing it in the stadium or probably in an open ground. So I would love Honorable Odidiomo to help us look into that. We need bigger venues in the state. First of all, Honorable Odidiomo is the House Chairman on ICT, and I'm very, very grateful that he's early, because normally we know politicians don't come early, but we are so grateful that you honored us and you're here very, very early. Like I said, I don't want to waste much time, because we've wasted much time already on the ticketing and every other thing. Sorry, I personally apologize, because there's too much logistics that we've not been able to figure out, but I promise you guys that we're going to be having a fantastic show. So like I said earlier, let me quickly look for probably a female person on Twitter to give out laptop to. Are you guys tweeting already? Are you guys tweeting? Who should I call to pick the person that will win the laptop? Please let me call somebody from the Odidiomo's team. Anybody from the team, please. Can you come and help us pick somebody? Thank you. Yeah. A round of applause, please. Sir, you can pick anybody as I scroll. You can mention the handle, and if the person is here, they can come out. Yes, okay. Where should we go?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the first winner is off_Oyin. Please, if your handle is off_Oyin, please come forward. Off_Oyin.
Going.
Off_Oyin, please. If she's outside, you can tell her.
We'll count 1 to 10, and we'll move to the next person. 1, 2,
Off_Oyin.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll move to the next person.
All right, so the second person is Abolanle YY.
At Abolanle YY. 1, we'll be counting to 5 now. until we get somebody.
Are they tweeting online?
Yes.
Or they are
Yes.
tweeting remotely?
They are tweeting online. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, are you Abolale YY? Then let's speak at the Iyanoluwa underscore. The Iyanoluwa underscore. Wow.
They're probably online.
Wow.
Is she a volunteer?
Tell her to start coming. But you can speak, John. Not if you did.
All right, so go ahead, Twitter warriors, start tweeting. Now, the first person, the ox underscoring, is at the ticketing stand outside. So, we want to be fair with everybody. So that's why we asked her to come forward. So her slot would not be a total waste. So, ox underscoring, you find a way into the hall real quick. Find a way down to the hall real quick. Congratulations to you. All right. And we're choosing one more person while we make that happen. Don't forget. So, yeah, please give her a round of applause. She's here. Use the hashtag Ibadan Tech Expo 2024. Yes, we're searching through from the hashtag.
What's your handle?
The Iyanolu.
Prove to us that that's your handle. Let's see your page.
I told you we have a lot to give out today. And don't forget, the hashtag is...
We can confirm that's our page.
Ibadan Tech Expo 2024. Hashtag Ibadan Tech Expo 2024. That being said as well, don't forget to follow both on Twitter, that's on X, and on Instagram. So she just won for herself a brand new HP laptop. That's a brand new HP laptop. We have more. Big shout out to our sponsors because we have a lot. So like I was mentioning, we could pick more hashtags. We could pick random persons. It's a tech expo. Just make sure you are engaging on the social media. For the creative, most of your gadgets, everything you need for creating content, we have a lot of them right here as giveaways. So you do yourself a lot of good if you get to engage in all this conversation in real time. Before we go straight to the next item on the agenda, let's have, please, this is very important. Our protocol have created amazing places where we could park our cars for conveniences. But we observe some persons aren't parking right. So the security personnel have given us list of car numbers to call out so as for you to repark properly and you'll be directed on where to have your car parked. And again, for safety reasons, the car Lagos LXR 407 GT, yes, you need to repark. Abuja ABJ 37FC, Lagos SMK 366 CJ, Lagos KRD 684JH, and Abuja ABJ 36FC. Please go repark your car. You are obstructing traffic. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dandy. Okay, so the next on the list of events that we have is we're going to be welcoming a very distinguished guest. But before I call him up, I just want to call some people's names. So please, if you hear your name, please just come to this side of the hall. If you hear your name, or maybe you're a representative of the person, just come to this side of the hall. I'll quickly do that now before I call up our distinguished guest.
Who is in charge?
Ibrahim Rahim from Lava Coding Academy, Dr. Success Ojo from Go To Course, Ayomide Fajobi from Tranak, Sheung Babajide Duroshola from ALX, Damilola Oladoyinbo, NIIT, Fort Soft. I'll call it again. Ibrahim Rahim, Lava Coding Academy, Dr. Success Ojo, Go To Course, Ayomide Fajobi, Tranak, Sheung Babajide Duroshola, ALX, and Damilola Oladoyinbo, NIIT, Fort Soft. So please, if you hear your name or you're a representative of that academy, please just come to this side. I want to quickly say a few things to us. Okay, so right now we're going to be welcoming the very distinguished guest. Please, I would like that we rise on our feet as we call him up. He's a very distinguished guest. Please, let's rise on our feet as we welcome Honorable Adedeji Dikulai Olajide, the federal rep representing Ibadan Northwest, Southwest Federal Constituency, Chairman, House Committee on ICT and Cybersecurity. Please let's give him a round of applause as he comes up. He's going to be speaking on empowering the digital future, strategies for advancing Oyo State's growth in the digital era. Thank you very much, sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. Well, I want to welcome you to this very, very important Tech Expo. I think a gathering of so many vibrant, youthful minds like this. I commend you. You've done well for us. You've done well for yourself. My name is Honorable Adedeji Dekrolai Olajide, House Committee Chairman for ICT and Cybersecurity, House of Representatives. Let me first of all tell you this. I am a techie, and I will tell you how so. I know nothing else but technology. The only thing I've done all my life is technology. And I welcome you to our world, because today I will share some real life stories with you. But before I do that, let me read the speech that I've prepared for this occasion, titled Driving Technological Innovation, Legislative Strategies for Advancing ICT Technology Development in Oyo State. I first of all want to stand on already established protocol. I am honored to deliver this keynote address at the Ibadan Tech Expo 2024. As the chairman of the House Representative Committee on Digital and Information Technology and Cybersecurity, I am committed to promoting ICT development in Nigeria. The role of legislation in ICT cannot be overstated. Effective laws and policies provide a framework for innovation, entrepreneurship, and economic growth. Furthermore, our committee has been working tirelessly to ensure Nigerian laws keep pace with technological advancement. Oyo State has demonstrated its commitment to ICT, leveraging technology to drive economic growth and development. Initiatives such as the Tech Hub, Entrepreneurship Development Center, Oyo State ICT Management Information Center, and digital literacy programs have yielded positive results. However, there is still more to be done. Our committee has identified key areas that require legislative attention. Some of these areas are ICT infrastructure, cybersecurity, digital literacy, innovation hubs. Successful implementation requires collaboration between government agencies, private sector stakeholders, and academia. We will work together to do joint research, development, foster innovation, and knowledge sharing. Capacity building, enhancing skills and expertise, funding and resource mobilization, support ICT initiatives. Furthermore, our committee will engage with stakeholders to identify challenges and opportunities, conduct public hearings to gather inputs, collaborate with international organizations to leverage best practices. In conclusion, drive technological innovations in Oyo State require a multifaceted approach underpinned by effective legislation. I urge all stakeholders to join hands with us in driving technological innovation in Oyo State and Nigeria. Together, we can create a vibrant ICT ecosystem that drives the economic growth and development of Nigeria. Thank you. So, now let me tell you about technology. I started my career as a mainframe operator. How many of you have heard about mainframe? Show of hands. How many of you have heard about mainframe? Okay, very few. Mainframe are large, big systems that are almost the size of those AC units. You have like 4 or 5 size, the size of the AC unit. That's what they look like, with very small interface where we program them. No user interface, no front end, nothing. All things were run with batch application. Then we started. We moved from mainframe. We moved into the world of digital. We call them distributed computing. Distributed computing was when you talk about servers. You now have servers and application servers, database servers, and all of these things. We were doing Sybase database. We were doing before the emergence of Oracle, DB2, and so many others. Then we now went on and on. We started the dot-com boom. Most of you are aware of the dot-com boom. That was right after the year 2K. Why 2K? Was one opportunity that I tell you, when people run away from opportunities, I grabbed it. A lot of people were thinking by the time we're rolling over to year 2000, everything will crash. I'm one of the very few Nigerians in Washington, D.C. at the time. We took the risk. I wrote a code. We sold the code. We made shitload of money. I'm sorry, pardon my language. We made a lot of money from those Y2K, and then we moved into the dot-com boom. How many of you are aware of the dot-com? Dot-com era, that's where you now start typing www to get to anything. That's the user interface to get to the back-end system. We started with that. Everybody was thinking dot-com, what are we going to do with it? It was an opportunity. We embraced it. Some people ran away. They say, oh, we still want to stick with mainframe. No. One thing I like is change. Change is always good. It brings opportunities. That's why the whole world is faced with artificial intelligence today. How many of you have heard of artificial intelligence? A lot of you have heard of it, but you probably don't know the practicability of it. Let me tell you, when we started talking about Google Cloud, when everybody was talking about Google, Google was the first implementer. Well, take it back. AWS was the first implementer, but Google was one of the very well-funded cloud applications that started at the time. The very first implementation was at Stanford University. Stan here in front of you is the man that did the implementation. And we use it for the clinical, thank you. We use it for the clinical genomics application. What was the clinical genomics application? Clinical genomics means that we don't want to continue to test drugs on human beings anymore. We want to test drugs using computers. And what do? We call them sequencing. We call them running analytics. I can take the gene of the father and the mother, and we can make a prediction of what will likely kill the son or the daughter. We call it a trio. The system is there at Stanford. Everybody is doing it now. You probably heard of We Health and so many other ones. But we did that. It's a success today. What am I saying? What I'm saying to you is that technology is something we need to embrace. Artificial intelligence, it has come now. It's going to reshape the way we do business. It's going to reshape the way we talk to computers. Your phone is going to be your interface to get to a lot of things. We are going to change the world. I am embracing artificial intelligence, and I put it to you, youthful, bright minds like you, we all need to adopt artificial intelligence. Let me tell you, probably have heard about all this payment, Paystack, and so many other payment methods you have out there today. The underlying technology that is on that is blockchain. How many of you have heard of blockchain technology? Blockchain is the back end that basically drives that. Come all this technology innovation, there are security issues that we also have to be aware. All of these things I'm stating to you, they are areas of opportunities, and I want you to grab them. We're talking about AI. Grab them. We're talking about artificial intelligence. We're talking about blockchain technology. Grab that. We're talking about security issues. Now I'm going to break that up into a little bit. We'll talk about internet governance. Everybody is doing business on the internet today. Everybody. We are doing business on the internet today. There are governance that monitors that. Very soon we are going to Riyadh to talk about what progress we have made with internet governance. It's a moving target. We have to stay on top of it. We talk about cybercrime. A lot of crime is going on in the cyberspace today. There's a difference between cybercrime and cybersecurity. Cybercrime is when the deed is done. Cybersecurity is the proactive approach that you will use to stop criminals from conducting their business on the internet or in the world. Let me also say this. About a few days ago, 2 days ago in Lagos, we got together with these software testers of Nigeria. There are huge opportunities there as well, because a lot of people are developing applications in Nigeria today, and they are not well tested. There are security control issues. There are quality assurance issues. You go to some of these banks, you go on their website, and you cannot log in. Some of them are latency issues. Some of them are performance-related issues. Some of them are related to stress tests because they have loaded their system too much. So there are opportunities there as well. We have to mature the software development lifecycle, SDLC. Anybody that can do a good job managing that, you can be a good project manager that can also make a lot of money in this industry today. As you're talking about software development lifecycle, we're also talking about software testing lifecycle, which is software testers have to go through a process to test the application. Well, I will not bother you too much because, I mean, this is just trying to do a lot in 5-10 minutes. There's a lot I can talk about because I have done a lot with technology. I'm passionate about it. When you invited me to come here today, I got here on time because I cannot wait. Anytime I hear technology, I feel the spine, the spike and the spine just grow a nut. I'm excited to be here. I'm super, super, super privileged to be among the youthful mind. We can work together. We can do a lot together. Some people are saying that you are lazy. You are not lazy. We just need to work together to create good opportunities. We will work together to create the right jobs. I remember back in the days we were teaching people Unix programming. How many people have heard about Unix here? We teach people Unix. All of these Androids that you have, there's an operating system in the back of it. your MacBook. MacBook is running Unix operating system in the background, if you don't know that. So learning this operating system gives you wide range of opportunities, and I will tell you today that please adopt technology. Encourage shows like this. This is the best. Oil is gone. Don't talk to me about oil anymore. Oil has destroyed our nation. The best thing that is happening to the world right now is data, digital economy. That is what is happening now. That is what we are going to embrace. That is what is going to create more good jobs for the youth, and together we can take our nation to the next level. Thank you for listening to me. I will be here to answer some of your questions before I leave. If anybody is interested in chatting with me, I don't distribute cards. I'll give you my digital card. You scan them, and you and I can talk later. But I look forward to talking to you. Thank you very much. God bless you all.
Please give him a deserving round of applause.
Please, let's clap. Let's keep clapping. Let's keep clapping.
Please let's appreciate him the more. Come on, man. That was awesome.
Okay, so before we go into the first panel session for this event, I would like to recognize a special set of people. And please, 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 I would really want us to appreciate them. They are the special ones. If you have noticed, there is an interpreter here that has been trying to translate everything that we've been saying in sign language to them. So they don't clap for them. So they do this is their clap, right? So please, can we all just recognize them by clapping for them? Please, our two hands, please.
Our two hands. Our two hands.
Please, let's just wave it. Wave it. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And we need to announce that this event will be showcased on Showmax on DSTV. Please, let's appreciate Showmax DSTV. This will be showing on Showmax DSTV.
All right, so the first panel.
Then, yeah, for his questions, please put some things down and forward to us. Put something down, forward to us. If you have any question for, our honorable member, with that beautiful speech that was just mentioned right now, please just put it down in writing, and we'll forward to him, and we'll take that session real quick. Yeah, thank you.
All right, so the first panel session is the Tech Education Panel session, and the topic of discourse is Advancing Tech Education, Strategies for Growth and Innovation in Oyo State's Tech Ecosystem. So we're going to be making welcome some beautiful people to join us on set, to join me on set, while we discuss, about this. First, I'd like to welcome Ibrahim Rahim from Lava Coding Academy. Please, let's give him a round of applause as he comes up. Ibrahim Rahim from Lava Coding Academy.
All right. Also, let's make welcome Dr. Success Ojo from Go-To Course. Please, let's give them a clap.
Dr. Success Ojo from Go-To Course. Also, we'll be welcoming Ayomide Fajobi from Tranak. Ayomide Fajobi from Tranak.
Also, Sheon Babajide Duro Shola from ALX.
Yes, I love that. Yes, ALX.
Is it close to Whiskey?
Please, let's keep clapping as they come up. And then finally, Damilola Oladoyibo from NIIT Fortisoft. Please, let's give a round of applause for Damilola.
Please do not forget, the topic for this session is Advancing Tech Education, Strategies for Growth and Innovation in Oyo State Tech Ecosystem. See, here you see, plenty laptop, still boku. There'll be so many giveaways. If you have not followed yet, Ibadan Tech Expo on Instagram, go follow. Ibadan Tech Expo on X, go follow. Use the hashtag, post pictures with the hashtag hashtag Ibadan Tech Expo 2024. Thank you.
All right. Once again, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining me on set. So we'll just get right into it. So I'll be starting with. Please, can we get an extra mic? Can we get an extra mic, please? All right, so I'll be starting with Ibrahim Rahim from Lava. A lot of people consider tech to be somewhat new in Ibadan. You know, it's always been, Lagos is the hotspot for tech talents, right? And so over the years, it's always like Ibadan people are not interested in this thing. And so they don't bring it to our side, right? But over the past couple of years, we've had different tech academies spring up in Ibadan, and they've been responsible for the growth of the tech talents that we have here in Ibadan. And that is why we can have such a massive turnout here in Ibadan. The first edition last year, we had over 5,000 people in attendance. That had never happened before. And then I'm sure we're even recording more today, right? So, and we know that this also came as a result of these tech academies that have come to take their roots here in Ibadan, thinking of us, that yes, we deserve this, right? So first we'll say a very big thank you for that. We appreciate you. Thank you. So I'll start with you, Ibrahim. What innovative teaching methods have you seen that effectively engage students in tech education in Oyo State?
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. I think I want to correct the misconception about Ibadan not being a tech-oriented state. That is a great misconception. A testimony of that is Ibadan Tech Expo. We had a lot of attendees last year, and we are doing the same thing this year.
Please, let's quickly give a round of applause for Ibadan Tech Expo.
So it is a witness and a testimony to the fact that Ibadan is a major hotspot for tech. Now, to the question of saying what are the innovative ways we can use to train people in the tech space, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, like what innovative methods have you seen that effectively engage, students here in Ibadan?
All right. So majorly, the one we have been incorporating is a physical class, because why we had that initiative was because we studied around, we made a random survey, and we witnessed that we have a lot of LMS around. I hope you all know the meaning of LMS, Learning Management System. A typical example of that is Udemy, all right, Coursera, and a whole lot of them. While I'm not bad-mouthing any of these LMS, I see that a lot of people, it's very easy for them to start a course, right? Now, out of 100 people here, I can say we have, 95% of people who already registered the course on Coursera and did not finish their courses. We have that. So we noticed that, and we find a way to correct that. So one of those ways we used was to see people physically. So before we even start training you at all, we give you some kind of admonition, so to say, why you need to be physical in class. So majorly, having you sitting in front of us, I think that is one of the effective ways we have been incorporating in the edutech system in Ibadan. Another one we tried looking at is a kind of hybrid way of learning, right? So you don't need to be at the school every day. There are times you are going to be coming to the school for proper assessment, and there are times you are going to be taking your classes offline. So I think with this method, we tend to see you in class, to monitor your progress, then you don't have any excuse of not, doing justice to the project or assignment being given to you. So basically, the ways we think we have our students engaged most time is to have them seated in front of us and, pass on the knowledge to them. I don't know if that answers your question.
Yeah, it does.
All right.
Did you finish? Did you finish?
Thank you. Okay. Hi, good afternoon. Okay, my name is Shion and ALX Africa and ALX Nigeria. I actually beg to differ for classrooms. If we're really going to be on that train of being a tech state or tech city or tech country, we actually all need to get on board with not actually going into classrooms to learn. Now, somebody can be in challenge and be working as a virtual assistant for someone that is based out of the States. They don't even have to see them. They never need to meet them. They never need to know them. Now, if we keep continuing, and I'm coming back to the classroom conversation, just hear me out. If we keep everyone under the notion that you have to be in a class to learn, then there's going to be a problem, right? We're going to take so much time to be able to get to the same stage where the Western world is. So we need to not scrap it out, but not totally put it at 100%. Now, yes, there is a need to meet other people in the program. There's a need to get inspiration or aspiration from other people that have been on the program, which is what we do beautifully well at ALX. Now, I didn't have fans, but those are the community members. So for anyone that actually gets on an ALX program, you actually have an active community that is in each state of Nigeria, so you don't feel like you're alone. So when you're struggling, when you're finding it difficult to meet your deadline, there's actually someone that has been through that path, been through that roadblock that can support you. So if you decide that you want to meet them at Food Co, you want to meet them at Chicken Republic, it's up to you to actually make that. Now, demanding that people always have to be at a classroom is almost not considering their lifestyle, their domestic requirements, the transportation on fuel, right? By asking them to come every day to a class, is almost not also appreciating that fact. Should it be every day? No. Should it be once in a while, which is the hybrid one? Yes. Right? But it shouldn't almost be like you have to be in class to learn. Okay?
Okay, you know the beautiful thing about this? Lava Coding Academy is a physical, a physical point. Physical organization. Why ALX is very virtual. So, it's beautiful seeing the perspectives from both physical classes and the virtual classes, especially when they are quite successful at it. So right now,
all right. Oh, sorry. Shall I go ahead? All right. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Dr. Success Ojo, and I'm from Go to Course. And I beg to differ a little bit too, because we are a learning management system, and we've been able to help a number of schools that are physical located or that are taking physical classes to also go online, enabling them to be able to offer hybrid programs. And looking at the testament from some of these our users, it has enabled them to be able to train a whole lot of people that are outside their jurisdiction. It has also enabled them to be able to offer training to people that are challenged. People that are in the remote areas, people that have different learning difficulties or challenges. So if we're actually coming on only people coming to classroom, then it means that we will not be able to expand our training as much as possible. And at the same time, when you are talking about learning management system, it reduces cost of learning. I agree with you, ALS. It reduces cost of learning because it reduces an issue of transportation and students coming to class every day. And again, I will actually encourage us to actually build community around our learning so that even while we are doing hybrid, we also create community for students so that they can actually learn from one another. A number of people using our platform, they're actually using this method and it's really helping out.
Thank you very much. So I'll just follow that.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. So speaking from experience, I remember that when COVID struck in 2020, we decided to move all our classes online. And my students are here, a few of them, and I'm sure they can testify to the fact that that dragged a lot of them back. A few of them were committed, but majority of them did not show up for classes. So when we resumed physical classes, they still had to go back to all that had been learned during the pandemic. So while it is understandable that we should encourage hybrid classes, online classes, I think the Ibadan problem, because I think this is for Oyo State, this is for Ibadan, and we know ourselves. This event was supposed to start by 9 a.m. We started around 12. People have discipline issues. So except, and like she said, 20K people started a class, about 1K got their certificates. People have commitment issues when it comes to online stuff. In as much as we run hybrid classes at NIT Ibadan, we also encourage physical classes. They don't hold every day. You don't have to come in every day. We have a community online. There's a huge ass community. There's the alumni body that can help you just in case you're stuck with stuff. But we shouldn't completely rule out offline classes, physical classes, and that is because of our kind of people here. We need a change of orientation. I think that is what we need.
Yes, so I appreciate that. I mean, I was going to say the exact same thing. Because being someone that started in, I never attended physical classes. It was basically online. However, I saw people who struggled with it, who could not keep up with, they could not meet up with deadlines, they could not, it was a complete struggle. So at some point, they just had to drop it off. And even though I say, oh, I started and I finished, there are still several classes. If you open my Coursera and my Udemy, you will see them 40% complete, 60% complete, that I just never get to finish. And I do not know that it's entirely an Ibadan problem. It's just a people issue, especially because a lot of people are getting into tech at a time where they have other things going on also in their lives. So it's not secondary school that you are going to classes. So I feel like this is why we have physical classes and we have online classes. Whichever works for people, you know, I think at the end of the day, it is based on what works for you, right? So yes, I really appreciate that. Please, let's give a round of applause for them. Okay, so right now I'm going to start from Dr. Success. What role do you think government policies play in advancing tech education, and what changes would you recommend? First of all, let's recognize the fact that the state government is fully behind, you know, this event, just as they were last year. So, but what policies would you say, you know, that could enhance the progress of tech education in Ibadan, in Oyo State, generally speaking?
Okay, thank you. All right, thank you. And I also want to appreciate all government officials that are here this afternoon. A whole lot government can actually do for us in advancing tech education within the state. It is actually necessary for government to do this in order for us to create more enabling environment for people to be able to take up tech skills, or let me say that, be able to build their knowledge and skills around core in-demand tech skills. Well, to be sincere, I would really love to talk about government creating incentives scholarships, grants that can actually reduce digital divide. Fingers are not equal. We have a lot of people that are talented, but they are actually having issue of funding challenge. And if government can actually come up with different programs, that we actually help talented people that are actually financially incapacitated to be able to take up tech training, I think that would be awesome. It is also necessary for government to also come up with policies that support tech education centers. I have a number of them that they are doing so well, just like LAVA, ALS, and NIT. The truth is they need government support, because in as much that they love to actually train, but at the same time, that is cost of infrastructure. How would they be able to foot the bill of the infrastructure if they decide to give everybody scholarship or open their door to everybody? But if there are government support specifically that caters for tech education centers, I think it will really go a long way to make Oyo State a tech hub, so that we could be able to create workforce that can drive innovation, solve complex problems, and at the same time contribute meaningfully to the economic growth of the state. I think it is also, on the last note, it's also necessary for us to also be able to continue to create different type of publicity, so that people that they are afraid to actually come out for training, they should know that not everything in tech skills is technical. We also have non-technical skills that they can actually learn. So when government come up with policies that support all this, I think we'll be able to get more people that will be coming into tech, and at the same time, we're going to have more people that will be schooled in tech. And this will greatly advance the state. Thank you.
Please, can we give her a round of applause? She did not rehearse this thing that she said. Everything was from her head. Please, let's give her a round of applause, please. Thank you very much. So I'll be asking you, Tranak, this question. Hope you don't mind me calling you Tranak. I like that name, Tranak. Okay, so I'll be asking you, what strategies do you think can be implemented to attract more underrepresented groups into tech fields within underrepresented groups, into the tech ecosystem in Oyo State? Sorry, please, can we get the mics? The mics are not working. Should I repeat the question? It's not working. Okay, let me just repeat the question and pass it. What strategies do you think can be implemented to attract more underrepresented groups into the tech fields within Oyo State?
I think, as Madam has also said, right, she mentioned that, there are people that can actually afford to actually be, to learn tech, right? So, for example, maybe someone can get a laptop, right? Because something like that is actually needed to actually be able to learn, right? To be able to learn, right? So it comes down to, the government actually also helping with incentives, as she said, as well. And also, we as well as individuals, regardless of, or as company, regardless of how much, we feel like want to make us profits, right? I think we also need to give back to the community, because at the end of the day, you can't be in a situation where, somebody, that somebody is quite skilled, and that, okay, fine, this person is skilled, but there is no money to actually learn this skill. So, for example, at Tranak now, we've got over 6 to 7 people that we decided that, you don't need to pay a dime, because we know that, okay, fine, you are actually quite okay, your reasoning is quite good, you are a logical thinker, because we also always do this psychometric, what do you call it? Psychometric tests as well, to make sure that to see how smart you could be to be able to solve a certain problem, which is essentially something that I feel, we should all do to help the community in itself.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so this is not the last question. The last question will be directed to Dami and Ibrahim. But I have this question for you, Sheung. So I would like you to tell us, or tell me, tell us. So we see what ALX is doing.
Thank you.
So I would like to know, what was it like for you before coming into Ibadan? And what were your expectations before coming into Ibadan and right now? What it has been like? So, are there people that was the turnout more than you expected? Or was it?
Okay, guys, we can hear you. You need to put up a mic. Sorry.
Yes, like when ALX was coming into Ibadan, when ALX was starting, what were your thoughts? What were your opinions? What were your expectations? And what are they right now? Were your expectations met? Were they surpassed? Are they not? Is it not there yet? Are you close? Let's just hear you.
All right, so I'll answer that in 2 ways, in 2 points actually. First point is we have always been in Ibadan, right? So we never just came into Ibadan. So ALX Africa came into Nigeria in 2019. And again, like I said, it's an online program. So it's across Nigeria. So everyone in every state across Nigeria is on an ALX program, right? So it was never something new. However, the Ibadan community, shout out to them. They're very vibrant and they're always very active. I think they're actually one of our top 10 communities that are very active in Nigeria. So they're growing, and it is something that is expected because again, we keep having programs and people are, signing up on the programs. The second point I wanted to address, and that's just to maybe almost latch on what Dr. Success had mentioned, is we had a university activation in the month of May earlier this year, and we were in Ibadan as well, again, at the Polytechnic. Now, part of the policy that you had mentioned, it's something that always creates a roadblock. So by the time you go into universities and you're having conversations with them to say, oh, we know that there are some of your students and undergraduates that are actually on the ALX program. These and these are the options that we would like you to have created for them so that they can actually finish. Imagine an undergraduate graduating from the university and also having a tech certificate. There is a little bit of urge that they have to anybody that just finished university that will now just start learning what AI is, or that will just start looking for what cybersecurity is, or that will just start so there's front end and back end. There's a different edge that they would have. Now, one of the roadblocks that we usually have is back to the policy conversation, which is, oh, you have to go through this board, you have to go through that board, oh, we can't do this, oh, we have this policy in place and all of that. We need to be very flexible. Otherwise, we're not going to grow, whether in Oyo State or whether across Nigeria. If it's going to always be that when you go and sit down with a director of ICT, or a CTO in a university, the fact that you are not necessarily a university or an education body, it's already a threat to them. Like, oh, so you don't have a school. Oh, so you're not in education. No, we're not. We're just a tech accelerator, and we are giving programs free to your students to be able to have and be qualified for. So if there is that flexibility there, trust me, to be a different conversation, again, whether in Oyo State or whether in any state across, for an average Nigerian, basically. Because by the time you're finishing, just let me finish with this. By the time you're finishing your degree, you already have skills. Because we had that with someone from Enugu who was 19 years old. While she was waiting for our university admission, she came to do an ALX program. So by the time university had called her to come and, enter university and all of that, she was going back as a certified cloud practitionist. Wow. Like, imagine her finishing school. It's a different even in our class, I'm sure she'll be speaking different. Yes. So if we can encourage that by making more, flexible policies where there is encouragement of partnership and welcoming people to come and have this conversation, it will be a different number for your states.
Okay. Please, let's give her a round of applause. That was very insightful. Okay, so finally, I'll just ask Dami, and then Ibrahim will just help us touch it. Very briefly, please. There are a lot of young people in Ibadan here that are not yet aware of the importance of getting tech education. A lot of people, there's a difference between, oh, you're just hearing tech. I'm not going to tech. It's just everywhere. It's just flying everywhere. But some people do not understand and in fact, I won't be surprised if there are some here, seated at the moment. Curiosity brought some people here to come and hear one or two that could inform maybe a decision, to get a tech education. So what would you say to such people who are not aware yet of the vitality, the importance of actually getting tech education, what it can do for them? I know Shane already mentioned it, in a closing remark, but what can you say to them?
Okay, so I understand where you're coming from. There are lots of people who do not have an idea what is going on here today. There are lots of people there are lots of people who have phones but have not optimized the usage. And then there are also lots of people that when they get to places, they just join free Wi-Fi. And then after like 3 months, they start saying, Zenith Bank has taken my money. Sorry, apologies to Zenith. So bank has taken my money. They won't realize they made themselves vulnerable. So the thing now is, in our own little way, we do a lot of career counseling for people, but we don't limit it to the office. We speak to people online, we speak to people offline, we spread the gospel as much as we can. But then, I'm certain all of us here the market is too large for us to be able to satisfy. I mean, I have inquiries from as far away as Shaki is saying, and I'm like, Omo, God will help you. Because, I mean, I don't know how feasible my business is going to be there. Do you understand? That's, aside the fact that I want to transfer tech knowledge, I'm also thinking about the money. Absolutely. Do you understand? So in this light, I feel like the government can help a lot. And then the individuals, the owners of tech schools, they are so, like, we're just 5 on this stage. I can, like, top of my head count like 15 tech schools in Ibadan that might not even be represented here.
Yes.
So, and then I also feel like people should not close their mind to knowledge. There are so many people that, you have to register for this event online. Online near me or show, and that's the end.
Yeah.
And also, people should not hoard knowledge. There are some people that feel like gatekeepers of anything they know.
Yes.
Link people up. Collaborations have not killed anybody. Absolutely. As a matter of fact, if you have access to something or you have a knowledge that you do not share, you don't get better at it.
Yes.
So I personally feel like everyone here should be a tech gospel, whatever. We should propagate the gospel of tech.
Yes.
We should encourage people to learn tech. And then when they want to know the ropes, we shouldn't hoard knowledge. We shouldn't hoard ideas. And then the people that want to learn it too. I see a lot of people coming every day. I want to become a cyber security person. I want to learn legal Yahoo. I heard that at my office the other day. I'm like, what are you saying? Just get out of this place. There are people who are enthusiastic about it, but the moment they see what it entails,
yes,
they disappear. I remember an old student of mine came in the other day, said he has gone to do forensic science in UI, and he was a Java student. I can tell you categorically that I closed that batch, because when they got to a certain point in class, all of them disappeared. Every single person. Me, I did not know that this Java is going to be hard like this, so they did not tell me when I came to register, and that was it. So, in as much as we will do our part of the bargain, we also need people who are interested to be committed to things.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just it.
Wow, that's wonderful. Please give a round of applause for that response. Ibrahim, just help us add to that, touch what she has said.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say something about Dr. Sussex Ojo's question, please, before I move to...
Oh, okay, okay.
All right,
but
so...
very briefly.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Success. Part of what I think the government should also assist us with, while we appreciate the effort of the Oyo State governor in person of Engineer Seyi Makinde, we still want to plead to him to also consider some things, part of which is introducing tech into early education. I think it's one of the things we need to look into.
Yeah.
All right, so I used to have...
Curriculum. You mean the school curriculum?
Oh, yeah, exactly. So I used to have a teacher that takes computer science, and she was marking a note beside me. I needed to check the computer note, and hold and behold, I saw her writing type of virus. Introduction to, was he COBOL or something? I graduated from one of the best state universities in Nigeria, and I can tell you, I studied computer science, and I can tell you that we never did a high-level programming language. All we did was just Pascal. Do we have people that knows Pascal programming language? Yeah? Pascal. I'm not sure we have. We did Pascal. All right. So it was after I graduated, we met with the head of department and introduced to him that, sir, we need to update this our curricula. I think it's outdated. We can't expect a 21st century tertiary institution still learning Pascal, COBOL. I learned assembly language, all right? So I did 68 kilo and all of those. I'm not calling it jargons now, right? But we need some other essential things, like, all right, put it into the curriculum, all right? So organize boot camp for people. Collaborate with tech ops like ourselves to be able to do that. So another thing I would need, okay, back to my question now. So I would want to encourage youth now. Tech is everywhere, all right? It has been integrated into our private lives. You might know this or you might not know, all right? So tech is integrated everywhere. We have agro-tech, we have fintech, we have edu-tech, all of those tech, all right? On a daily basis, you use tech. Why, you don't know, all right? You can order right from the comfort of your house, even without having to go outside, all right? All of these are efforts from what? From tech. So I think why we appreciate the effort of tech, I still want us to be oriented, even before going into tech. I have a lot of students, they started and, you know, they had to drop halfway, just exactly as rightly as she has said. So I think we need some kind of orientation, and this is what we do at Lava Coding Academy. All right, when you come to Lava, we don't just, even when we know you want to pay us, we don't just give you, what's it called, maybe a course. We have some kind of brief orientation. All right, why do you choose cybersecurity? You know, imagine someone saying, I want to learn cybersecurity because I'm traveling, I'm jackpine, you know, the jackpot, whatever. And I heard that cybersecurity is selling very well in Canada. And that's why I want to, trust me, the guy did not even do up to 1 month. All right, so we need to have proper orientation before coming into tech. Let's know that everyone cannot be into tech, all right? Though everybody uses tech, right? But everybody cannot be into tech, all right? So we appreciate the effort of the Oyo State government, and that is why we at Lava, we are, because of Ibadan Tech Expo, right? So we are giving you a 50% discount for everyone that wants to learn a tech skill.
Please give them a round of applause.
All right, so we have courses ranging from cybersecurity, product design, front-end development, back-end, full stack, any of those tech skills. If you would like to have this skill and probably you are financially incapacitated, we are giving you a 50% discount. So for a 200,000 naira course, if you are here today, you can go to our booth. It's very close to MTN and Peak. You are going to be given a card, a 50% discount card. And if you have this card, come to Lava anytime at Favors. We are going to be giving a 50% discount for all and sundry. So this is telling you that tech is for everybody, regardless of your background. All right, you don't need to be a rich person before you learn tech. All right, and regardless of all ages as well. I have is the cybersecurity teacher here. I have is I think he's 13-year-old boy in cybersecurity, Ibrahim. You need to see this boy on Linus doing some kind of wonders. All right, so he returned back to school, and we are trying to fix him on an online course like that. So this is telling us that tech is now a widespread, what's it called? So everybody needs to pay attention to this. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very, very much. Okay, we have some of our speakers who want to add some things, but we will not be able to take that. We'll just get Tranak. You said you wanted to add something. So, just very briefly, please. Yeah.
So I think it all still comes down to economic growth, right? So at the end of the day, even though we are teaching you this, teaching cybersecurity, teaching front end, teaching back end, at the end of the day, you want to be able to actually utilize what you have learned, right? Yeah. So I think this is something that the government can also help us with regarding actually, you know, collaborating with tech ops, as well as making sure that this state actually comes down to doing some sort of digital transformation as well. Because at the end of the day, it comes down to, you know, we've got, you know, if I go to the licensing office now, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be, I don't want to say the word, but maybe pissed off, because I know that there is no proper process. So I think technology can actually bring out proper processes. I mean, we've heard of things like, you know, maybe some people are, you know, having ghost workers and whatnot, you know. Tech is something that can resolve this. I know that I'm probably pissing some people off, but, you know, it is what it is, right? And I also think that it still comes down to, you know, if Oyo State can actually have, you know, a certain agency which is responsible for transforming the whole, tech space within this city. As well as, if we can have that, I mean, this is an avenue for Oyo State to actually make money in the aspect of having to have that thing, which means that we can also consult for people in other countries. You understand? So I feel like this is one thing that, if we can do it right, I mean, we could be the next India, because at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure every single or most of the tech companies that I know, they always employ people from India. So what is stopping Oyo State? Nothing.
Yeah.
So I feel like it all comes down to, we having to actually teach people the right thing, as well as, Oyo State should also provide some sort of traction for us as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please give them a round of applause as they go back to their seats. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Thank you. It was such a great time. Thank you very much. Please let's give them a round of applause as they go back.